One day in 1946, when she was traveling in a train from Kolkata to Darjeeling, she again heard a voice like the one she had heard before, telling her that now she must leave the convent and help the poor by living with them. Dear students, this is one kind of inner voice that always she heard, and now when she was traveling from Kolkata to Darjeeling, again she heard the same voice like the one she had heard before. And this was some kind of a totally a new kind of experiences, and she thought that she must had to leave the convent and help the poor people by living with them. And this is some kind of a unique kind of experience happened to her, and this has changed her totally in the later life. Now she felt that it was an order which she could not disobey, and to quote her words, to fail would be a break faith. And this was the final turning that gave birth to Mother Teresa. We all know that. You know what happened thereafter when she thought that this was the order by the God, and if he break and if he disobey the order, then naturally he she would break the faith in God. And this was the final turning. This is a turning point in her life that totally changed her life, and she became now Mother Teresa. She asked her church order to give her permission to leave the convent and to start a new order of nuns who would help her work among the poor. She got the permission, and the order of missionaries of Charity was born in 1948 with her as its first Mother Superior. Now, when she has decided to leave the convent, she asked the church to provide, to give her permission so that she could leave the convent and work for the poor people by living with them. And she got the permission in 1948, and thereafter, she worked for the people, and now she become Mother Superior, and people used to call her as Mother Teresa. And she had changed now course of life and worked for the poor people. She always liked people, live with the people and die for the people, and this was the ultimate goal of her life. Now she gave her nun's habit and dressed in cotton blue bordered white sari, which reflected her simplicity. She wanted to look like the poor Indian women who dressed similarly with their heads covered by sari. Now she had decided to leave her habit of nuns and dressed in a cotton blue white border sari. And she reflected her simplicity. This kind of sari reflected her simplicity. She wanted to look like the poor Indian woman. Actually, she wanted to convey all the poor people that she is also one of them. She is also one of among them. And she has dressed like the poor Indian women who dress similarly with their heads covered by sari. And she behaved and totally changed her way of living, and she has leave all the nuns habit, and now she decided that she would talk to them heart to heart so that she could help them. She set up Nirmal Holiday Home and hospice for the poor, the orphans, the dying, the destitute. Actually, what happened when she was living among the poor people and she was seeing their problems and all the things, she has decided now to set up a home for all those people who are orphans, who are poor and cannot afford anything, and for the dying. And she set up this charity as which is known Missionary of Charity Nirmal Holiday, which was established in 1952. And this house was mainly for the sick and the dying and destitutes, and that helped people a lot. And she did a lot of work in this regard. Whatever she did in her life, that was totally inspiring to the world. We learned many things from her life, that how to work for the poor people, for the destitutes, for the dying people by living among them. And for this she was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979. And this was a unique kind of prize which was given in the name of Albert Nobel. And I don't think that any persons could compensate her place, and she was always remained in our heart, in our mind. Now began her great legendary work of selfless charity and care to the poor. In 1970, Malcolm Muggeridge, a well-known British writer, came to Kolkata. While walking through a street, he happened to see a small little figure in a slum cleaning the sores on the body of a half-dead man without slightest trace or disgust. When he was walking through the streets of Kolkata, he saw that a small figure as a Mother Teresa was cleaning the sores on the half-dead man, but without slightest trace or disgust. So he was got surprised that how a person can do such a revealing task, and this was unique kind of experience to him. He could not believe that a human being could look so happy while doing such a revealing task. The deep, warm glow of peace and love on her face made a deep impression on his mind that he wanted the whole world to know about the saintly persons and her extraordinary work. When he saw that she was doing such a unique kind of work that nobody could even think to do, he decided that the world should know about her, this saintly person and her extraordinary work. The result was that his book and documentary film on Mother Teresa, appropriately titled Something Beautiful for God, which brought world attention to her work, otherwise quiet work. Thereafter, when he saw Mother Teresa was doing such a tremendous work, he wrote a book on her life and also made a documentary film on Mother Teresa, and that brought the whole world attention to her. Otherwise, her work always remained a silent work without knowing the world. Before her death in 1997, she oversaw the opening of branches of her missionaries of charity in a number of countries to continue her work among the poorest of the poor. The work she started now become a mission to the whole world. And before her death in 1997, she oversaw the opening of branches of her missionaries, not only India but throughout the whole world, to continue her work among the poorest of the poor people. That was a unique mission of the world. Mother Teresa used to say that one must give love till it hurts. She was truly a saint who brought comfort to the destitute, gave care to those who had no one to care for them, and made the most insignificant, unwanted feel that God, through the agency of Mother Teresa, remembered them. She was a unique kind of personality who worked for the destitute people, cared for those who had no one to care, and she gave this world a lot of inspirations. She always used to say that one must give love till it hurts. She was really a true saint who brought comfort to the destitute, and this world remained always grateful to her for her dedications and for her work and inspiration to the world. We are very thankful for such a personality who cared the people, who worked for the poor people, and just started a mission that become the mission of the world now. This world and we people always remain thankful to her for such a brilliant and fantastic work that created and opened the eyes of the world. With this, we have completed this beautiful story. Now, let us discuss some new words from the story. The first one is fluk, which we have come through the story, and dear students, it means to move together in a large numbers. And there is also a new verse in the story, that is stature. It means the reputation a person or organization has. You can also say a status. Stature means a status that is new to you all. So now students, you can make you can write a lot of sentences on these words. And there is two more words, that is chastity. You have also seen this word while this going through this video. It means a purity. And another word, that is affluent, and used in this story in one of the paragraph. So affluent means a rich. So now students, you must go through this story in your textbook, and also make a just find out the new words and pen down all these words in your diary so that you can use them in your daily life to become a part of this English language. Now, thinking about the text, I have just given you an assignment to go through your test and now answer the following questions while reading the whole text and understanding what is there in the text. And now, question number one: what activities made Mother Teresa so exceptional? What are there in this story that created the Mother Teresa's life totally unique and exceptional? So you have to answer this question. Then there is another question: why did Mother Teresa leave Saint Mary School? Why while teaching in Kolkata she leave the school, and why? What are the things that made her to leave the school? There is another question: what did Mother Teresa mean to fail would be a break faith? So there is also in one of the paragraph we have used this thing, so you have to answer. What kind of life did Mother Teresa lead? You have to answer this question also. Why do you think Mother Teresa learnt Bengali? That is also one of the crucial question which you need to answer. So now students, I would like to request you answers all these questions whatever I have mentioned there, and write down in your notebooks, and along with this write down in your notebook, moreover write a short speech on Mother Teresa. That is going to be a very inspiring. So with this I think you might have understood this lesson. I would like to thanks to all of you. Just go your textbook and read each and every sentence para by para so that you can understand.